Hey everyone, the coronavirus brought me back to my channel and I hope it brought you back to my channel. So welcome back to me, you, and everyone to Lady Code. Today I decided to make my big comeback with a Barbie tutorial, and the story behind this look is that I was cleaning out my house because there's nothing else to do and I came across my old Halloween costume that I made, which is this Barbie costume, and before I got rid of it I decided to put it on one more time with a Barbie makeup tutorial. So go ahead and stay tuned. I just have one more announcement. It is that I will be doing a giveaway. Every once in a while, I'm thinking every day to start with and see how it plays out. But the way it's going to be held is on my Instagram, so go ahead and follow at Lisa_OP, and I'll be posting the giveaway item on my story, and then there will be a swipe up with instructions on how to enter, and I think that's a great way for me to give back while we're all going through this really hard time. I also would appreciate if you support my small business, which is the Lady Code shop where I sell lashes. I'm wearing my biggest ones right now, but there's a lot of natural styles. Everything is linked down below. So now let's just go ahead and get right into this Barbie tutorial. So the first thing I'm going to use to prime my skin is the Peyo Paris Hydra 24 Plus Essence, and this is a primer, and I'm actually going to use a couple products from Peyo because they are incredible with skincare. They sent me a lot of products to try and I've been absolutely loving it. I love this primer because it's super hydrating and it also just like evens out my skin texture, which is something that I really need since I do have some acne scars and unfortunately some fine lines. So the next product I'm going to use to prime is also from Peyo, and I'm obsessed with this. I actually have 3 cans of it at my station. I go through these so fast because they're amazing to prime and also to set. I use this on all of my clients when I do makeup, and people are always like, what is that? And they always end up buying it. It's packed with a lot of stuff that's good for your skin, like hyaluronic acid and superfruit extracts, and also it is a anti-pollutant, and you know that pollution is really bad for your skin. So this is really good to protect yourself from that. That's why I put it under and over my makeup. So here we go. So today I am using my camera without the smoothing filter because I want you guys to just like see everything in detail. You're also going to see that my eyebrows aren't done, and that's because of the quarantine that we're in right now. I was going to get them threaded and unfortunately everything is closed and I don't want to be leaving the house anyway. Alright, so now we're just going to go ahead and get right into it with this Barbie tutorial. My first step, as always, is going to be concealer. This is the Stay Naked concealer from Urban Decay. So I'm just doing little triangles under my eyes. I'm kind of just using the concealer to highlight, and then I'll go over everything with foundation. Also doing my eyelids because this will be the primer for my eyelids. Barbie, I'm debating just like covering up this whole thing. I think I'm gonna do that. I don't know where I want to take my brows yet, so I'm just covering them all up with the concealer. I know you guys missed me. You weren't ready for all this craziness. So I'm just gonna dab a little bit just to get rid of the rough edges and to just like pull it all together, but not too much. Like you don't want to blend it all the way out. Alright, and this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed my tutorial. Please give this video a thumbs up. Just kidding. Okay, next we're gonna go in with the foundation. This is the Stay Naked 24-hour foundation. I'm just staying on brand right now. I do love the Urban Decay foundation. It's definitely Lady Code approved. My second favorite that I've been using every day, surprisingly, is not the Dior Air Flash anymore, but it is this little guy, L'Oreal True Match. It's my go-to. I take it with me everywhere, and it's really one of the best foundations I've ever used, and I love the way that it feels on my skin. I'm just putting this foundation everywhere that I didn't put the light shade. And now that I have like nothing left on my brush, I'm just gonna go ahead and pull it all the way through to blend into the light stuff that we just put on, and also on the neck. And if you guys are still watching this, congratulations, you have faith in me because this is like a process and I know I look absolutely ridiculous right now. Alright, so now we're going to contour my face back on. This is the Tom Ford Traceless Foundation Stick in the shade 11, which is Dusk. Just using a small little, like, I don't know, it's like a nose contour brush, and we're just going to go ahead and cream contour all along the hairline. I do ultimately want to like push this color into the hairline so it looks like it's my actual skin color, which is not. And also underneath my cheekbones. Actually not underneath, I go like right on top of that shadow just so I can lift everything a little bit more and see if I can pull it off and get away with it. We're also going to go underneath the jawline, and we're just going to pull this into the neck and just kind of like put it wherever. Congratulations to those of you guys still watching, because I wouldn't be watching. Look like a hot mess. And now I'm just like taking whatever's left on my brush and I'm just like pushing it up into that little bone that's like in your crease. So now we look like this. I'm gonna go ahead and take the foundation brush that's still a little bit wet. I'm not gonna add any foundation to it, but it's wet enough to like blend, and it does blend a little bit faster than a beauty blender. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start at my forehead and start blending out those rough edges. Obviously pull it into your hairline, cheekbones. So while we're in this process, I think that my ultimate dream right now is to like be on RuPaul's Drag Race as like the first biological female to be on the show. I think that would be so fun because I could easily identify as a drag queen, but I guess a drag queen is like a female impersonator, which I'm already female, so I can't really be one, but that's my dream. So now I'm like looking really nice and sculpted. I'm just gonna brush this through the eyelids. The nose is just like a little bit more complicated, so we're not gonna go there yet. Just blending out everything else. So to blend out the nose contour, I'm just gonna go back in with that contour brush and kind of pull it through. I don't really connect at the tip. I try to avoid doing that, and I'll just keep blending everything through. Sometimes a beauty blender does have to get involved, and when I'm blending I always try to like blend in like this to like pinch the nose in. I don't ever pull that contour shadow out. I'm always just pushing it in so that the highlight goes further in and it ends up making your nose look a little bit more narrow. Okay, so now it's time to bake. I'm loving this Lancome translucent long time no shine powder, and we're just gonna go ahead and set our whole entire faces. First I'm gonna start by setting my eyelids, so I'm just brushing the powder lightly over my lid, and then I'll kind of just like set underneath the contour, forehead, brows, all that good stuff. Now I'm gonna bake. So I'm gonna mix a lot of eyeshadow palettes. I just want to use what works. I'm gonna start with the Shayna B Miami Carnival palette because it is carnival season and all of these colors are like perfect for Barbie. So we're gonna start with Jump Up, and I'm just gonna push it up against my brow bone. And oh my god, this pigment is amazing. So I feel like it was a little bit too pigmented. Like that was too good. I was not ready for that. Okay, so next we're gonna go to the color that I'm like super duper excited about. It is Play Moss. It's right here. This is like the pink shade of my dreams. It's so pretty. I'm gonna take the color Back and Now, I hope I'm saying that right, and we're just gonna put this on my eyelids with my fingers. I might switch to a brush in a second. Just loving how it's going on right now with my fingers though. It's like so pretty. But yeah, it's time to switch. So I'm just using a good old flat brush, and I'm just gonna go ahead and pull this like literally all the way into like right next to where my nose contour starts. Now I'm taking the color Fete. I'm using the same brush because I'm lazy, and I'm just gonna put it right on the outside. Now I'm switching palettes over to the Morphe 35M palette. Obviously any palette works because I'm literally just here for the black. I'm using a flat brush like this. This makes it so much easier to just like stamp the pigment on, so when you're doing like a liner or something, if you just use this and just tap on the pigment, it helps you get that outline like perfect. I literally do this for like 30 minutes to get my eyeshadow even, so I'll be right back. So for the lower lash line, I'm going to use the color Soka. I'm just using the same flat brush because again I'm lazy, and we're just going to go ahead and shadow out the lower lash line. So Barbie does have her waterline done. I don't like to do my waterline because it closes up my eyes. So if you have small eyes like me, this is like what I like to do to make my eyes look a little bit bigger. So just follow along. I like to put a thicker line out here to connect that wing. And then for the waterline, I do little dots instead of like going all the way across. For some reason, those little gaps in between the dots make your eyes look a little bit more open. I don't know why, that's just how it works. And to blend that all out, I'm going to go ahead and use this color Fete to blend that liner into that shadow that we created. Okay, it's finally time we get to brush the bake off, and you can literally see how far we've come since the first few steps. So I actually got this in my Ipsy. I'm totally obsessed with it. It's the Ofra bronzer. Doesn't really have a shade, but if this means anything to you, I'll just give you a close-up. And again, I'm just gonna apply this like into my hairline, literally inside the hair, you guys. Like, you have to go all the way in there because those white lines are not cute. And then I'm just gonna pull it down one more time. We're basically going over what we cream contoured with the bronze color. I also like to pull my eyeshadow out with bronzer just on the outside on my temples. I don't know why, it's just a thing I like to do. And I like to do a U shape right here just to kind of like lift up my cheeks. All this, the jawline and the neck, so that we're not like a hot mess. So before you go into the comments and say it's not blended, I'm going to go ahead and take my foundation brush. Again, it's a little bit wet, but it's like the ultimate blending tool. And I'm just going to go ahead and sweep over all of that just to like blend everything out. I think I got this as a free sample at Sephora. It's just some Tarte blush. It's all I've got right now, so I'm just going to go ahead and put that on the apples of my cheeks and kind of bring it into my nose, but I just want like more color on my face. Alright, let's do some eyebrows. So my favorite brow product right now is from Benefit. It is the Precisely My Brow Pencil. I use shade 3.5. It really works for me. And Barbie just has like really skinny, like long flat brows. So my brows are microbladed, so it's really hard to cover up that line, but I'm just gonna do my best. Because literally this whole time all I've been thinking is like, what would Barbie do? My favorite lip shade right now is the Cocoa Matte Lipstick in the shade Bunny from Kylie Cosmetics. It's probably old AF, but it's literally working for me. So Barbie has like a round Cupid's bow, I think. So I'm gonna do my best to round it out. This is so pigmented, like you don't need a liner. So the lashes I'm using is Drama Queen by the Lady Code shop. I just don't picture Barbie wearing any other lash, so this is what I used. I would really appreciate if you support my business and shop my lashes down below. They're super affordable. My lashes start at $6.99 per pair, which is crazy, and you can also use code GLAMDOLL for 15% off your first order. For mascara, I only did my bottom lashes, and I used my Grande Lash Primer, which I love to help grow my lashes, and the Dior Show Mascara. So the final step is to set everything once again with the Peyo Broom Eclat, which is amazing, and I'm gonna go ahead and drench my face in it, and you'll see why in just a second. So your skin should like look and feel wet, and I'm just gonna go ahead and push everything in with a beauty blender. And since we put so much product and powder on our skin, just adding this extra layer of hyaluronic acid and all the good stuff in the setting spray makes your skin look like skin again, if that's what you want. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and get dressed, and I'll be right back so you can see the full Barbie look. Alright dolls, so this is my final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to enter my giveaway, and I'll see you guys in my next video.